Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Many times this question is asked, can grihastha devotees in a metropolitan city go home back to God in one lifetime? What is the answer? Actually, it's a very important question that we need to answer and try to understand what Prabhupada is telling, from Gita. From 18th chapter, Shloka 65. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam evaishyasi satyante pratijane prayosi me. See, Krishna is saying, Mam eva eshyasi satyam te pratijane prayosi me. I promise you this. Krishna is promising because you're my very dear friend. And what is that promise? You will come to me without fail. Now, before that, Krishna is talking about 4 things. Manmana, bhava, madbhakto, madhyaji, mam namaskuru. Manmana means always think of me. Manmana. Bhava, madbhakto. Become my, Prabhupada says, just become my devotee. Yes. Madhyaji, offer worship to me. Mam namaskuru, offer obeisances to me. These are the 4 things that Lord is speaking about. And he says, anyone who does these 4, I promise, without fail, you'll come back to me. So now Prabhupada is elaborating how to do these 4 things. Very nice purport. We'll just try to read some of it and try to understand. The most confidential part of knowledge is that one should become a pure devotee of Krishna and always think of him and act for him. So what is the most confidential knowledge? First one? No. To become pure devotee of Krishna, always think of him. And third thing he says, act for him. So becoming pure devotee, thinking about him and acting for him. These are 3 things that first line is talking about. One should not become an official meditator. Life should be so molded that one will always have the chance to think of Krishna. I repeat, life should be so molded that one will always have chance to think of Krishna. One should always act in such a way that all his daily activities are in connection with Krishna. He should arrange his life in such a way that throughout the 24 hours he cannot but think of Krishna. And the Lord's promise is that anyone who is in such pure Krishna consciousness will certainly return to the abode of Krishna, where he will be engaged in the association of Krishna face to face. So Prabhupada has made 3 points here. First is, life should be molded in such a way that one will be always able to think of Krishna. First thing Prabhupada is saying. Second one should always act in such a way that all his daily activities are in connection with Krishna. Third, he should arrange his life in such a way that throughout the 24 hours he cannot but think of Krishna. When I was reading this, I was not understanding what is the difference between these 3 lines. Prabhupada is just saying one point, that you mold your life in such a way that you should be able to think of Krishna 24/7. This is the point. And then he says that anyone who is in such pure consciousness will surely return to the abode of Krishna. Obviously. Obviously. This most confidential part of knowledge is spoken to Arjun because he is the dear friend of Krishna. Everyone who follows the path of Arjun can become a dear friend to Krishna and obtain the same perfection as Arjun. When Krishna is saying that it's my promise and you can come back to me, that promise cannot go in vain. So everyone in the Varnashrama can attain Krishna in one lifetime. But there are few things that we need to discuss on this. First one is aspiration. So we'll be talking about grihastha devotees today, and all of you can help me. I don't know much. Yes. So, aspiration. Tell me in general, the ones who are not in bhakti, what aspirations they have, grihastha devotees. I mean, grihasthas or grihamedis. What is the aspiration that they have in life?
Wealth, position.
They need a lot of wealth. They need position. And what is that? Power. Where? At home. Oh, not possible at home. Outside. Okay. And
They always think how they can grow their generations.
okay, how they can grow their generation. Yes. Yeah, name and fame in the mid of relatives. So for that, what all things they do?
They want to convince them. They try to
Distribute, huh? Okay, gain more wealth. Yes, gain more wealth. Arrange grand functions. People throw billions of rupees nowadays. Yes. And even for a middle class family, they spend lakhs of rupees to arrange a big function just to show off that we are also something. That's the aspiration. I remember one of my relatives was saying, I was telling, get them married in a simple temple, finish it off. That money you can give it to me, I'll build temple. So you know what they were telling? They're like, we have only one son. If we don't show off to the relatives that we are something, then which occasion will show off? So you see the aspiration. What is the aspiration? That I want to be something in the society. I want to show off something in the society. One brahmachari, when he was joining brahmachari ashram, so his parents were telling him that अगर तू ब्रह्मचारी आश्रम ज्वाइन करेगा तो कैसे हम मुंह उठा के जी पाएंगे समाज में? What face will show to the entire society if you will join monkhood? And then after 10 years, due to some reason, the brahmachari exited brahmachari ashram and he went back home. From saffron, he took white and then he went home. Now his parents are again telling the same thing. आ गया? अभी समाज में कैसे मुंह उठा के जिएंगे? Can you imagine? So the entire thing that people are living their life for is sure that what position will I get in the society and what society people will think, what relatives will think. So this is the aspiration. So aspiration is very clear. Aspiration is prestige. And you will see this invariably in everyone. Every married person, you'll be able to see this. Why just married? Even for renunciants also something like this will be there. But especially for the ones who are not doing bhakti, the ones who are married, having family. So they are the ones who will think like this, prestige. Now tell me, with this aspiration, how can they practice devotional service? Now say, in the association of devotees, if the ones who are chanting 16 rounds, following 4 relative principles, or struggling to follow the 4 relative principles, say their aspiration is, I want prestige in the society, and they start doing the same thing what the outsiders are doing. Tell me, with this aspiration, how can they attain Krishna? Because their aspiration is not to attain Krishna. How will they attain Krishna? As simple as that. So first point is aspiration. So we need to first analyze what is my aspiration. Then I can talk about attaining Krishna. So sometimes when we ask, so what is your aspiration? I want to become this, I want to become that. I want to have this position, that position, and also I want to attain Krishna. You know what? Krishna hates this word also. What is the proof? Krishna hates the word also. Give me a shloka. Haribol. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam Sharanam Vraja. Ekam. Only me. No also. Anywhere also Krishna cannot tolerate. Only me. Eva. Only me. Certainly only me. So Krishna is very clear that only I should be the aspiration. And if that is the case, then you can come back to me. So aspiration is a very, very important subject matter, which I think is a everyday moment-to-moment business. We have to ask this question, I think, almost every day and every moment. That what is my aspiration now? What do I want? Say especially when someone is glorifying us and someone is paying obeisance to us, or someone is inviting us for some program, or whatever in these lines. You should ask, so what is my aspiration now when this devotee is respecting me? To receive respect or to attain Krishna? That should be the answer, to attain Krishna. And we will see that always there will be two options. One option is fixed, that is Krishna. Second option is variable. And we have to choose the fixed option every time. But unfortunately, due to whatever reasons, we might fail to choose the option which is fixed. Because it is fixed, Why to choose it again and again? But you know what? The aspiration has to be realigned again and again. Because without that, we cannot move ahead in Krishna consciousness. So first and foremost, the question for the grihastha devotees in the metropolitan city is, what is your aspiration? From 1 BHK, do you want 2 BHK? And then 3? And then villa? Yes? So what is our aspiration? So this is one. Second, after all this, then when you are called a senior devotee in the circle of devotees. So now what do you want? You want to be garlanded? Fragrant garland with some nice design in between. And what do we really want now? Now do I want that position in the devotee circle? Maybe now we have come above 1 BHK, 2 BHK. But now the space that you are aspiring for, is it that I want some position in the devotee community? What do I want? And after that also we can ask many more questions. What do I want? So this aspiration is very, very important. And therefore, if a grihastha devotee in metropolitan city has only one aspiration, I want to attain Krishna, that's it. If that is the only aspiration, then yes, I think we are going to make our way back home, back to Godhead. The first thing anyways, we have more things to discuss. So first is aspiration. Prabhupada says this in one place, that for a pure devotee, there's only one desire, that I want Krishna and nothing else. That's the desire of a pure devotee. So this is the only aspiration that we need to have. This is the first thing. Second is lifestyle. Now, Prabhupada is speaking about lifestyle in the purport. The Prabhupada said that one has to mold his lifestyle in such a way that he should be able to think of Krishna all the time. Now, you people help me out to understand the lifestyle of people who are not devotees, and then I'll speak about lifestyle of people who are devotees. Yes. What is that? Shopping. Yes. So the first word that's coming from the mouth of a Mataji is shopping. Yes. Accepted. Okay. What is that? Cinema. Okay. Going to movie theaters. And? Okay. Restaurants. Yes. So many times people say that the Matajis, I mean the females in the house, I'm not ready to cook today. Let's go to restaurant. Good, no, devotees don't have option only. Yes. What will devotees say? Sunday, I'm not interested. Let's go for Sunday feast. What will they say? Okay, let's go for book distribution. Okay. So first thing, so as you said, restaurant, movies and shopping. Anything else?
Parties.
Okay, parties. Gossip. Mataji have so many points to say. Share. Prabhuji's? Yes. Okay, traveling to different places. For some people, it's life's goal to explore the entire world. They want to go to different places and take the photos and put it on social media and have a nice, I don't know what they get by putting there, maybe likes and followers or whatever. Yes, following. So that's, yes, going around. Okay, lots of passionate working. Okay. No, she was pointing. I said, who is that? I was saying. Okay, lots of passionate work. In fact, the ones who work very hard, they are glorified like anything in some companies. One of my students was telling me that he's working from 9 o'clock in the morning till next day morning 4 o'clock, and his manager is expecting him to report again at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I asked him, so what is your package? 1 CR? What is your package? How much they are offering you? What is that? He's saying nothing, bro. And the best part is, he was telling me they don't appreciate also. He's saying, work hard. You're not finishing your job. But some places I've heard that they really glorify those people who work very hard. Even on the weekends, they are considered to be something. I don't know what, but something. See, this is the lifestyle. When the life is so packed with all this, tell me, how is it possible to remember Krishna? So much is there, no? As you all listed down, shopping. Who remembers Krishna in shopping? Who is the center of shopping? Who is the center of shopping? We and our senses, that's it. Cinema. Restaurants. You just think about it. Who is the center and how can we think about Krishna? And whatever else, you people are traveling. Yes. If you're traveling to Dham, it's still okay. But then you're traveling to some places for sightseeing. Again, who is the center? Krishna is not the center. Where is the question of remembering Krishna? Another thing that is done is that, getting a house and every corner of the house, something they have to hang or something they have to put, decorate, do something. And then I had gone to some place and they were saying, this is the antique piece from this country. This is the antique piece from that country. When I was talking about antique piece, looking at him, I was saying, you are also antique piece. Yes. Just think about it. Every single corner of the house, something or the other is there. Now there's so much of time that goes in management and maintenance, isn't it? And some places I heard that some people, again outsiders, every 6 months it seems they want to change everything in the house. Furniture and the curtains and this and that and everything. That's the lifestyle for them. Now just think about this one point. Simple living, which Prabhupada kept on speaking throughout his life. So say if the house is very simple. Now it's very easy for the devotee to maintain the house. Yes. Now every now and then if you have something and you have to maintain the house, so much of consciousness is involved in that only. So this is second, that is lifestyle. How is my lifestyle? Now talking about the various things that you spoke about. You spoke about shopping and various other things. Again, just contemplate on the subject matter, how a devotee should be having his lifestyle. And I'm very happy that many serious grihasthas I see that they don't spend much time in all this. Because someone has already packed their time. So they don't get to spend much time. And I was so happy to hear that after coming to iskcon, many devotees have stopped window shopping. Now, many devotees say that all these things have stopped. Yes. Now, here is a very wonderful thing to note. There's a lifestyle change that takes place. And consciously, a devotee should modify the lifestyle in such a way that the devotee gets more and more time just to do devotional service. Be it the way the house is put, the possessions in the house, or be it something else for that matter. Be it shopping, or be it going to some place, or whatever. So this is the second thing, that is lifestyle. Very, very important. If the lifestyle of a devotee is not simple, then it's very difficult. Very, very difficult to advance in devotional service. Okay, by the way, discussion is about what? Can metropolitan grihastha devotees go back in one lifetime? We're not talking about multiple lifetime. Multiple lifetime, take it. Maybe they will. And I'm talking about one lifetime. Not possible. Yes. Another very important thing, what we wear, how we dress, etc., makes a lot of difference, you see. A lot of difference. Especially for men, not much things are there. Even for Matajis also, when it comes to devotees. Because our attires are simple. And we want to keep the Lord grand. That's our goal. We want to decorate the best of the best things, for the Lord. Especially the devotees who have deities. They want to buy very, very costly dresses. They want to buy very costly ornaments and this and that. So you see, what has happened is, lifestyle is almost the same. They are also doing shopping. We are also doing shopping. But now it's dovetailed towards the Lord. This is exactly what Prabhupada is speaking in the purport. Somehow we have to mold our lifestyle in such a way that we should be able to think of Krishna 24/7. This is lifestyle. First one was aspiration. What am I aspiring for? Second, lifestyle. Third one is the time that we are investing in Krishna consciousness. There are three categories of devotees which has been spoken by our Acharya Baldev Vidyabhushan. There are devotees called Guni Bhuta Bhaktas, second is Pradhani Bhuta Bhaktas, and third is Kevala Bhaktas. So these are the three categories of devotees. And it is described that when it comes to Guni Bhuta Bhaktas, they are the ones who invest. Now, by the way, their aspiration is very nice. They want to attain Krishna only. Second, their lifestyle is also simple. But the time that they are investing is very less in Krishna consciousness. Very less, maybe 3-4 hours a day. Yes. Maybe 2 hours chanting, 1 hour reading, 1 hour hearing. That's it. So the Guni Bhuta Bhaktas. And it is described for them to attain the Lord in one lifetime is almost next to impossible. Because time invested is less. But see, their aspiration is only to attain Krishna. So they have a very pure desire that I want to attain Krishna only. So just think about it. They don't want to prove themselves in the society. They don't want enjoyment of this world. They just want to attain Krishna. That's the desire that they have. But unfortunately, since time is invested less, the effect of bhakti is less, purification is less. Therefore, going back home in one lifetime is very difficult. Second category, Pradhani Bhuta Bhaktas. Now, Pradhani Bhuta Bhaktas are the ones who invest more than 50% of their wakeful time. So say we sleep for 8 hours. I know devotees don't get so much of time for sleeping, but still I'm just 8 hours. Including the japa time and class time we can include. That will be 8 hours. So we say 8 hours we sleep. Remaining hours, how many hours are remaining? 16. So 50% of our wakeful time means 8 hours. So 8 hours, if a devotee is able to invest his time in bhakti, and when I say bhakti, bhakti means 64 angas of bhakti. And if you want to understand it in a very simplified way, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaram, the Navaida Bhakti. 50% of the wakeful time, 8 hours minimum, if devotees can invest, then it is described that these people can now be called as pure devotees. So Guni Bhuta Bhaktas also have pure desire to attain Krishna only. They don't want anything else. And now Pradhani Bhuta Bhaktas also, they have only one desire to attain Krishna. But what is the difference? Guni Bhuta Bhaktas are not called as pure devotees, whereas Pradhani Bhuta Bhaktas are called as pure devotees. And the difference is the time that they are investing. And also, since they are investing time, they can see the effect of pure devotional service. What is the first effect of pure devotional service? All the Bhakti Shastris sitting here. Okay, Kleshagni is the first effect of pure devotional service. Say I commit sin. Then after that, you remember the chart? Sinful activity. Then after that, aprarabdha, prarabdha. And in aprarabdha category, we have more things down. That is kutam, bijam. You see? So now, when it comes to kutam, it means sinful tendency. Bijam is specific sinful desire. So say I have a sinful tendency to eat something which is forbidden. And I have a specific sinful desire now. I want to eat this particular forbidden thing. That's the difference between kutam and bijam. So, sinful tendency in general is kutam and specific sinful desire is bijam. Now, when someone practices pure devotional service, investing 50% of the wakeful time minimum, so this effect can be seen. Where with time, the person's sinful tendency will also go away. First thing that goes away is aprarabdha. Aprarabdha will go away. Aprarabdha means unmanifested sinful reactions. That will go away first. Second, kutam will go away. It will be destroyed completely. Next, bijam will be destroyed completely. And next, prarabdha will be destroyed completely. Now, please understand one thing. We might not be able to make out if prarabdha is destroyed. Because we don't know how much is there in the stock, what is there. But you know what? We'll be able to make out if my sinful tendency has gone away or not. Each and every devotee sitting here, all of us, we have a stock of sinful tendency within. Be it a sinful tendency for illicit sex, be it sinful tendency of cheating, or lying, or whatever. Now, when we are doing devotional service, and if these sinful tendencies are still there, so please note it for yourself that I am not doing pure devotional service. Because as soon as I do pure devotional service, immediately this effect will be seen. Immediately. Today morning I was sharing that why do we have politics even in devotee association sometimes? You know what is the answer? Because we are not doing bhakti. As simple as that. If I am doing bhakti, if I am doing Shuddha bhakti, first thing that has to take place is Kleshagni. And in that, the first thing that we should see is sinful tendency gone. So as soon as sinful tendency is gone, tell me in the devotee circle, in the devotee association, why such nonsense will take place? Therefore, it is described, Pradhani Bhuta Bhaktas can be called as pure devotees because this effect can be seen in them. Now tell me, all these people who picked up from the street during Prabhupada's time, drug addicts, woman monglers, when it comes to illicit sex and all and intoxication, I don't think they had any limit for that. Yes, unlimited that was. And also, they had various other tendencies like cheating, stealing and all that. Tell me, when they came to iskcon during Prabhupada's time, how is it that Prabhupada just allowed them, you all can stay in the temple and there was no problem as such? How and why? How come this took place and there was no problem? And the answer is this, that all the devotees at that time, their goal was to please Srila Prabhupada. Second, the time that they were giving in direct angas of bhakti was very, very high. How many hours they were giving? Any idea? All the wakeful time. All the wakeful time. Now see, immediately what has taken place is Kleshagni. Sinful tendency is gone, sinful desire is gone, to such an extent that those people who are out on the street doing drug dealings. One disciple of Prabhupada came to Prabhupada and he said, Prabhupada, I want to confess something to you. Prabhupada said, what is that? And the devotee, he said that I was a drug dealer before. And Prabhupada said, so what? Even I was. That's how Prabhupada would accommodate people. But the point is, a drug dealer now has become a devotee and now he does not have sinful tendency to an extent that he is going and confessing to his spiritual master. He could have kept it hidden, no? That cheating tendency, he could have kept it hidden. How did he go and tell? Because the sinful tendency is gone. How did it go? And the answer is their intense bhakti that they did with one aspiration to please Prabhupada for so many hours. Therefore, Pradhani Bhuta Bhaktas can be called as pure devotees. Very, very important. And you know what? Kevala Bhakta, do I need to describe? It's clear now. Kevala Bhaktas means 24/7 they're into bhakti and they're anyways going to attain Krishna. So the minimum thing that a metropolitan grihastha devotee should do is at least come to the platform of Pradhani Bhuta Bhakti. Because it is described by Baldev Vidyabhushan that at least Pradhani Bhuta Bhaktas are the ones who will attain Krishna immediately after leaving the body. One lifetime. Within one lifetime, if you want, then that has to be Kevala Bhakti. And if you're okay with multiple lifetimes, if you're very happy doing altar installation again and again at home, because in one lifetime only once we do. You want to do it again and again, it's up to you. I mean, many lifetimes you want to take, it's up to us. So therefore, this time, how much are we investing? This also matters a lot, you see. Therefore, the first thing that we have to ask for ourselves is, what is my aspiration? And we talked about this, that the only aspiration should be that I want to attain Krishna's eternal service. That's it. Second question that we need to ask is lifestyle. How is my lifestyle? Is my lifestyle allowing me to remember Krishna at least majority of the time in the day or not? And that's what Prabhupada is talking about. And the third thing is, how much time am I investing in Krishna consciousness, direct angas of bhakti? And we said at least 50% of the wakeful time. The next thing that Prabhupada mentions in the purport, these words stress that one should concentrate his mind upon Krishna. Which Krishna? The very form with two hands carrying a flute. The bluish boy with a beautiful face and peacock feathers in his hair. There are descriptions of Krishna found in Brahma Samhita and other literatures. One should fix his mind on his original form of Godhead, Krishna. One should not even divert his attention to other forms of Lord. The Lord has multi forms as Vishnu, Narayan, Rama, Varaha, etc. But a devotee should concentrate his mind on the form that was present before Arjuna. Concentration of the mind on the form of Krishna constitutes the most confidential part of knowledge. And this is disclosed to Arjuna because Arjuna is the most dear friend of Krishna's. So this is the final thing that we can discuss for today. Firstly, when we understand about aspiration, lifestyle, and the time that we invest, that's very nice. But along with that, when we are aspiring to attain Krishna, then it's very clear that I'm supposed to worship only Krishna. But it is so unfortunate that many devotees, they understand the goal of life is to attain Krishna. We have to go back home, back to God at this lifetime, etc., etc. But still, they have this very unfortunate thought process. If I don't worship this devata or that devata, maybe they'll become angry on me. Yes, break my son's hand or leg. Yes, or something like that, as if they don't have any other job to do in this world. Huh? So see, all these things will come into picture, and unfortunately, they have aspiration to attain Krishna, but look at the delay that they are making in their activities of Krishna consciousness. To come to the point of worshipping only Krishna, exclusively Krishna, is delayed. And unfortunately, because of that, since Vyavasayatmika buddhi is not there, and it's all diverted, for them to remember Krishna all the time becomes very difficult. Therefore, it's very, very important, as Prabhupada is mentioning, that if I have to invest my time in meditating on one form of the Lord, if I have to put my consciousness on one form of the Lord, and that has to be Tribhanga, Lalit, Shyam, Sundar. This is the form that we are supposed to meditate on. And this is only given in Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara. Nowhere else this mode is given of worshipping the Kishora Avastha of the Lord. You will see in some Parampara they worship the Bala Swarupa of the Lord. In some Sampradaya they worship the four-handed form of the Lord. Krishna only, but four-handed form. How would Krishna had four-handed form anytime? Where? Okay, in Vrindavan he had manifested once. Some other place also? What is that? On the battlefield of Kurukshetra he manifested. He had many, many hands at that time. Uske baad, after universal form he manifested 400 form. Okay, during the appearance time of the Lord. And even it is described in the Dwarka pastime. Krishna was teasing Rukmini. He was telling, see, I kidnapped you and I got you here. But I don't think I'm a good match for you. You're such a beautiful queen. You're so eligible. And I am a Gopa. So better you find some other match for yourself. And Rukmini Devi, just by hearing that, she couldn't bear the separation. She fainted. At that time, the description says, Krishna manifested his four hands. With two hands, he held Rukmini. And with the other two hands, he was bringing her back to consciousness. So we are very clear. We are talking about the two-handed form of the Lord. That's the mood that is given to us in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara. Therefore, devotees shouldn't be bothered about this form of Vishnu, that form of Vishnu. No. Be it the Lord who is resting, or be it the Lord who is very rich. We are not very bothered about that. We are bothered about the simple cowherd boy in his threefold bending form, standing beside Srimati Radharani. That's the form that we want to worship, and that's Sri Radha and Krishna. So when our focus is very clear right from the day one, when we understand about Krishna consciousness, and with that focus, when we start rendering devotional service every day, uninterruptedly, then we can think of the answer that yes, we can also make it back home, back to God in one lifetime. But now, attachment to the Lord is there, but along with that, attachment to various personalities in the family is also there. And we made it very clear at the start of the session that Krishna is very possessive. He does not like the word Hari bol. He does not like the word also. He likes only the one word, that is only. This is the thing that he likes. But now with so much of attachment around and so much of thought process revolving around taking care of family, kids, etc. How is it possible to do manmana? Always think of Krishna. For that, the final thing that I would like to mention is every single devotee, grihastha devotee staying in a metropolitan city should be missionary. Missionary activities are very, very important. What are the missionary activities? What is the missionary activity? Preaching. And now currently the book distribution that is going on. You go to any unknown person and they're distributing book. And I've seen those devotees who are continuously doing it. If you ask them after 2-3 hours, what were you thinking during book distribution? I was thinking only one thing, how to distribute books. Now whom should I catch on the road? Who is that person? You see how the consciousness is absorbed. They'll not think about home and this and that. Maybe after some time they'll start thinking when they get tired. Otherwise, no. And especially when we start preaching, we do outreach, we get people, we start cultivating them, take the responsibility to help them to grow in Krishna consciousness. Especially we have this Bhakti Vriksha system. This Bhakti Vriksha system is meant for metropolitan grihastha devotees. So now when I have some members with me, and my goal is that I'm supposed to help them to advance in bhakti. Now all the time the devotee keeps thinking that how to help this soul who has come to me or who has been assigned to me by the Lord, by the Guru. So the devotee starts thinking like this. And I'm very happy that the many times husband and wife, they have fought. Is it normal, no? Fighting? No. So now, many times it happens that it's a Saturday and the fight started in the morning. Now evening is the time when all the Bhakti Vriksha members are going to come home. Now they have no option but to wind up their fight before the Bhakti Vriksha begins. You see, such a wonderful thing. Just by being a missionary, a lot of things will get sorted out. One is that husband and wife, they have to discuss something. What will they discuss? They'll not discuss about how to decorate the house and how to get this and how to get that. They'll discuss about what did that member tell? How to help this member? Abhi tak ek hi mala kar raha hai, still one round. How to beat this person? Maybe we should get him to altar installation program and get him straight. And then many of the times the discussion happens, you observed during Bhakti Vriksha, his philosophy is not clear. We have to help him to understand the philosophy. And now, along with the 3-4 people called family members, now we accept more family members. And somehow I have heard that the time that we give to our family members is less than the Bhakti Vriksha members. Yes. And this will surely, give rise to attachment to preaching and detachment, at home to various different things. Yes. And it's a very nice thing to note that as our attachment to missionary activities increase, our thought process will be always involved in the service of the Lord. Tell me, according to Siddhanta, service of the Lord and Lord, are they different or same? Different or same? They are same. His Lord and His name, form, qualities, pastime, His service, they are same. Therefore, it's very important for a metropolitan grihastha devotee to do some missionary activity. Without missionary activity, the only thing that will happen is they'll get stuck at home, attached to various different things at home. Even after having proper aspiration, having the proper lifestyle and time, if they are still thinking to give time, they'll not be able to because they're so attached to various different things. So missionary activity is very, very important. And think about Srila Prabhupada, how he induced missionary activities in his disciples. Who can think of sending 3 couples from one place to another place without giving them any money? 3 couples, and in that one couple had a small daughter. One of them was Shyamasundar Prabhu, secretary of Srila Prabhupada. They were sent to London. And I was hearing that they had a tough time. To get their daily needs fulfilled, that was tough. But they had a mission. The mission was to preach to certain class of people. And since that was the mission, it is described, the externals didn't matter at all for them. And in no time, they were able to set up a center in London. They were able to preach to a very, very eminent personality, and his name was George Harrison. And very nicely, very happily, they wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, we have started a center here in London. We want to invite you here. We want to seek your blessings. And Prabhupada comes to that place. And Prabhupada is so happy. Because before Prabhupada sending his 3 grihastha couples, Prabhupada's guru, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, had sent a sannyasi to London to preach. And that sannyasi couldn't do anything there. So when Prabhupada came and he saw the center, he saw everything. So at that time Prabhupada said, what my Guru Maharaj sannyasi disciples couldn't do, my grihastha disciples have done it. Can you imagine how much proud Prabhupada would be when he said that? This is the missionary activity that I'm talking about. Therefore, the question, can a grihastha devotee in metropolitan city go back home in this lifetime, one lifetime? And the answer is yes, if we do these few things that we have mentioned. First is aspiration. Aspiration should be very clear that I want to serve Krishna only. Second, lifestyle. Lifestyle has to be simple as possible. I'm very happy that we have this altar installation and all that. The main place where the main entity sits, that main entity is not there. What is that main entity? Yes, the big TV. So you see, many of our devotees' house, now TV is gone. They might have kept it hidden in the room somewhere. Yes, other devotees. But then, whatever, at least the main place is now of the Lord. So lifestyle has to be as simple as possible. Our attire has to be as simple as possible. Third, the time that we give. How much time we should give? 50% of the wakeful time. How much that is?
8-9 hours.
Probably saying 9 hours. Okay. Yes. Mataji, please keep a track. Yes. So minimum 50% of the wakeful time. Yes, 8 hours. I was telling this in the morning also. Again, I would repeat here. Especially the Matajis who are at home. You all need not do anything. Just take care of the family and somehow take out 8 hours to do direct devotional service. It might be difficult due to whatever reasons, but somehow 8 hours if you can take out. And 2 people working at home is not needed. Not needed. I always say, 1 donkey is enough. Why 2? Why work hard? 1 is enough. Why 2? Yes. And at the same time, when Matais are doing it nicely with their love and devotion, when they cook, when they offer, that prasad will make a difference. And the Prabhujis will also develop that detachment, renunciation. And wherever bhakti grows in the house, I was hearing this in a class, if the deity worship is happening nicely every day, bhakti grows, opulence also grows. And the opulence grows, retire as fast as possible. So for that, simple lifestyle is very much important. Fourth, missionary activities. Every single grihastha devotee should be involved in missionary activity, and that has its own benefit that we have discussed. So in this way, if we can do this, then surely devotees can make their way back home, back to Godhead. Otherwise, it's difficult. Thank you very much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.